Hey y'all, it's Taylor from Tattoo Teacher Plans. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a highlights video for the month of June. I have a gorgeous kit to use. It's just so pretty. This is from Nikki +3. I don't know if it had a name or anything, but it may have just been the June monthly kit. It's got some silver foil. It's so pretty. I'm really excited to use this. It's just gorgeous. So let me show you the kit and then we're just going to jump right into it. Here's the first page with the covers that go across the top of the spread and some full boxes, a couple of little labels. These are full boxes, so pretty. Some numbers. I think these are no, these are like little shapes, like hexagons and flags and things like that. Some deco here, cute little labels there. Another full box. Then tons of options for labels, some little icons that are really cute. And then I have this sheet here, which has the days of the week, some little script stickers. And then this is the sidebar sticker, which is so pretty as a little knot detail, which I think is gorgeous. Before we get into the monthly spread, let me just quickly go through my weekly spreads from June so you can get a feel for how the month went. This is the first week, so it started on May 30th, and this is a sticker kit from Sadie's Stickers. So this was like the second week of my summer break. Here's the start of Memorial Day, or the start of the week with Memorial Day, and then I was watching Yellow Jackets and just trying to get into some routines. Summer is always hard for me because there is no routine and I just have to kind of create them for myself, but I also was just like treating myself to different things. I see ice cream and boba. Then this is the second week, so this is so pretty. I love this kit from Caress Press, and I do have a memory plan with me coming soon with this kit. It's just so pretty and I just love the theme of it. But there were a lot of good things that happened this week. I had a little family FaceTime with my family for my sister's birthday, and I went for a hike out in the canyon. It was absolutely beautiful. I got my passport paperwork all sent in and the appointments done and everything. It was super hot, and this was the day that my sister moved to my town. And here is them on their closing day. Lots of fun, like eating out this week. I went to a pizza place and an Asian place, and then burgers, and we had tacos, and then a beautiful night saying goodbye to my friend Amber. I love these pictures. It was dark, so they're a little blurry, but just like seeing them reminds me of that night, and it was a beautiful night. Also, it was my nephew's birthday and Father's Day. A few pics with my dad. Here is is this the last week? Yeah. So here's the last week of the month, and this is a kit from Jessica Hart's. It was like Italy themed, and it's so pretty. I love it. It has a little bit of foil on it, and it's just gorgeous. I love it. I did a little presentation at a conference. Gorgeous morning out at the lake until I got seasick, which was not good, but the rest of the week was great and just lots of fun stuff this week. Tried crumble cookies. Yeah, it was a good week besides Saturday. So this is what we're going to be working with today, and let's just get right into it. So I'm going to begin by whiting out the June that's on the page. I did that just so it wouldn't show through the pinky background. It's like a peachy pink of the full box covers that go across the top of the spread. Then I'm putting in the sidebar sticker, which does fit very well, but it doesn't quite match up with the full box header that goes across the top. Doesn't bother me at all. I could have trimmed it, but I chose not to. And then I'm putting in the full boxes to cover up the days that are not in the month. This isn't something you have to do, but I just like the look of it, and these fit well together. I just put them inside the boxes, so there's a little bit of space between them, but that doesn't bother me. It's just fine. And I'm always reminded when I sit down to do these monthly spreads, because I don't really mess with the monthly until I do this, is that this is a Monday start calendar, which is totally fine because I use my numbers. I can renumber, but I have to get in the right headspace to remember that as I put down the numbers and kind of situate everything in the first few minutes of putting the spread together, but it's not a big deal. I can make it work. I just have to remember that. So I'm just popping in a couple of holiday stickers on the 19th and the 22nd. I can't remember if summer began on the 21st or 22nd, so I may have gotten that wrong, but it's somewhere around there and it's fine. And then I'm putting in the numbers, and I'm going to speed you through that because it's boring, but you can kind of see where I put them, and like they're all crooked. I will say that. I fixed a couple of them, but I just did not worry about it and moved on. And then I remembered that I had a couple of extra full boxes that I wanted to put in, so I put them in 2 different spots. One on the 16th when we had like a family get together, and then on that Saturday, the 18th, for a special event that I'll kind of get into. So starting with Wednesday the 1st, I put in here, this was on the wrong day, so I'm going to pull this up, but this is where I kind of figure out that I messed up. I started doing a weekly walk with my best friend Kat. We meet at her house and we take her dogs out for a walk for 2 to 3 miles, depending on what the dogs are into. But it's just a time for us to chat and catch up and get a little exercise in, and we can kind of stay connected with each other throughout the summer. So replacing that with, I finished the Yellow Jackets show on Showtime, and I absolutely loved it. Cannot wait for the 2nd season. It's just such a good show, like so much mystery and intrigue, and I just can't wait to see where they go with it. On the 2nd, I rewatched The Devil Wears Prada, which I have not seen in years, probably 10 years, but I love that movie, and so I just sat down and watched it this day. And then I also went on a boba tea run, so I added that in with a little boba tea sticker from Mr. and Mrs. Mint. On Friday the 3rd, I just wanted to put in that I was like rocking my cleaning routine. I have discussed this before, but I use the Clean Mama routine. I started this, was it back in like March or April, is when I really figured out that this was the right fit for me. And it's weird to say, but it like kind of changed my life. And the first week of summer, I got totally out of my routine. So this week was like the 2nd week of summer, and I got back in it. So on the 4th, I decided to sit down and finally shred a bunch of stuff that has been collecting. Totally my fault, but I did shred for hours. And then I also worked on my passport paperwork, so I used the little luggage for that. Then on Sunday the 5th, I just was relaxing after a very productive week. I got a ton done during this week. The other summer weeks, not so much, but for the first couple of weeks, man, I was hitting it hard. I was doing tons of stuff, and I just wanted to put in that I was relaxing a little bit. Used a little Coffee Monsters Co. summer sticker with a little ice cream on it. On the 6th, I was working on gathering up all of my paperwork and getting copies of things for my passport appointment, which was coming up, I think, the next week, something like that, or later this week. So I went to go take copies of some documents, and I ended up dropping my original birth certificate. And this kind man, he stopped. He was like honking at me. I didn't know what he was talking about. And then he ran out of his car and like found it for me and brought it back to me. He was really sweet. He was from Egypt, and he told me like, this is very special that you have this. Be sure to take care of it, which made me feel bad, but I just like thanked him profusely for doing that for me, because he didn't have to do that, especially since I didn't even notice that I did it. On the 7th was my sister's birthday, and so I marked that in, and we did a little family FaceTime, so I used a little Once More with Love Munchkin for that. And then on the 9th, I actually did let's go back to the 8th. Wednesday the 8th, I worked on a presentation that I was going to give a couple weeks after this, and it was on standards-based learning, so I worked on those Google Slides for quite a while on this day. And then I was watching Under the Banner of Heaven. I think I maybe finished it on this day, but that was a great show. I really enjoyed it a lot. And I just used some little leaves there to fill in some white space. I love that this kit has lots of options for labels and the little paint swatches and then the little circle stickers. I love the variety. On the 9th, I finally got my passport application turned in. I did the appointment, and so I pulled in a sticker party sticker, and here's where I misspelled some stuff. So I just didn't like the way that that looked, and I messed it up. So I'm going to redo that, but there was a funny conversation. I talked about it in my memory plan with me for this spread, but this lady was talking about her nephew, Magic Mike. Turns out he was a magician for kids, but it was a funny exchange that I overheard between her and the USPS guy. I just wanted to remember that because I was laughing a lot. On the 10th, I went for a hike, so I just used a little label for that. And then I ordered a pizza from my favorite place in town, La Bella. It's delicious. Their crust is amazing, and their toppings, everything's just so fresh and delicious. On the 11th, the heat was getting really bad. We were like over 100 for multiple days in a row, like close to a week. And so I have this little mosquito sticker because they were like eating me alive. And I also was rewatching Bridgerton, like the season 2. And so I used a little Once More with Love sticker for that. It's so cute. And then on the 12th, this was when my sister and my brother-in-law arrived in town. They were staying with me for a few days while they moved into their house, and it was just an exciting time. I also finished So Not Meant to Be, which was a very cute book. I loved it a lot, so I just used a fox and cactus sticker for that. On the 13th was their closing day, so I'm going to mark that with the little sale sticker from the kit. And then this arrow is just to mark that we built some bunk beds for their boys, my nephews, and it was quite the process, but we got through it, and we laughed through it, and we got it done. On the 14th, I helped them with their move. Thankfully, they hired some firefighters to help move all of the heavy stuff, but I just kind of helped out with that, and then I took them to lunch at Butter Love, which is just one of my favorite places. It's got such a delicious menu, and my favorite thing there is like this biscuit sandwich with butter, not butter, with bacon and pimento cheese with jalapenos in it, and it's so good. It's called the Hissy Fit. It has like honey all over it. It's so good. On the 15th was another day where I went for a walk with my friend Kat. We either went on Tuesdays or Wednesdays, just depending on what our schedules were, and I helped with some more unpacking at my sister's house that day. On the 16th, this was my nephew's 5th birthday, so I'm going to put in a little happy birthday sticker, and I love this Fox and Pip little custom of him. It looks a lot like him. Really cute. And we just celebrated with the whole family. My parents and my other sister came in to town, so we were all together, which was awesome. On the 17th, I had a workshop about the new state assessment. We do the STAR test in Texas, so it was about STAR 2.0, and it was a terrible workshop. It wasn't the info, it was like the delivery. It was bad. So anyway, we went to lunch at a local place called Tacos Garcia. It's so good. I hadn't been there in a while, so it was fun to go. And of course we had to have a beer at lunch. And then we went to Blue Sky for dinner that night with the whole family, and we went a little later. We were starving, but it was delicious. Again, another place I hadn't been in a while. And then on the 18th was my friend Amber's going away party. She's moving down south on the coast of Texas, and so we got together at a restaurant, another favorite restaurant, and then we went across the street to this like restored hotel that had a speakeasy down in the basement. And so we got in and we had fun, and it was great. Really good like send off for her. And on the 19th we had family brunch just as family was leaving, and it was also Father's Day, so we got together for my dad. And so I'm just using a little paper and milk waffles sticker there. We went to Butter Love again because I love that place. I had the Eggs Benedict that day. And then on the 20th, I did my presentation at the conference. It went really well. And I wanted to make note that it made me more confident to like do it again. Like I don't have an issue with presenting in front of my staff because I know them and they like trust me and like are supportive and everything, but in front of strangers is a different story. But the audience was really good and it was a good experience. On the 21st, I started watching Rizzoli and Isles, which is like a mystery show. It's kind of an older show, but I just was looking for a mystery show that had several seasons, and this one fit the bill, so it's on HBO Max, which is where I was watching it. On the 22nd, I tried crumble cookies for the first time. I did like them, but I didn't love them. There was one that I just absolutely loved, but not necessarily underwhelmed, but I think the hype was like a little bit too strong, but I will definitely try it again for sure. And then I finalized my planner stack for the rest of the year on the 22nd. On the 23rd, I wanted to note that I started doing more strength workouts. So I'm really trying to build up my strength again. It's been a couple of years, I had some accidents and like just physical ailments. And so definitely trying this summer to like get in the right headspace to do more and build up that strength. And then I went shopping for my teacher lesson planner, just finding a couple of tombos and like just different things that I could add to make it my own. And then on the 24th, I definitely wanted to note that this was the day that Roe versus Wade was overturned officially, and this day I didn't want to do anything, so I used a sticker party reproductive rights sticker. This is my body, my choice, and I just left it at that for that day because that was the only thing I thought about that entire day. And on the 25th, I went to the lake with my friends, and I ended up getting very, very, very seasick, and it was bad, very bad. I will not give you the details, but the wind just picked up and it was not good. But we had a great time until then. So I did want to note that. So I put so fun until I got so seasick. That little once more, no, it's a Coffee Monsters Co. little head of the face emoji. It's perfect for that. On the 26th, I was feeling a lot better. It took me a couple of days really to like feel 100%, but on the 26th, when I woke up, I felt a lot better, ton better. And then on, like below that, I used a little circle sticker to mark in that I was helping my sister with something. They had bought some furniture. So I was helping her out and like helping her with a couple things at their house. And then on the 27th, I set up my teacher lesson planner, which I love that planner so much, like what I did with it. So I did do a setup video if you want to check that out. I will link that down below. On the 28th, I went for a snow cone. I love snow cones. And there's this little stand that's like run by high school kids. I don't even know who owns it, but they're really sweet and they have good flavors. So I went and did that. And then I also went on a little thrifting trip. I did the snow cone afterwards because it was so hot in all of those shops. They're not like fully air conditioned. So I went for the snow cone after, but I kind of fit them in the space this way. But I love that snow cone sticker from Once More with Love. It's super cute. And the Bubba Bear sticker for the thrifting. We have like a street downtown that has like tons of shops. It's like on Old Route 66, and it was a really fun. I spent like 2 or 3 hours looking through stuff. I found a couple things that I liked. And then on the 29th, I was watching Stranger Things. I started with part 1 of season 4, and then I kind of waited because I wanted to watch them all at once. And then later on in the week, I watched the part 2 of season 4, if that makes sense. And I also was trying to get ahead on YouTube stuff, so I marked that as well. On the 30th, I ordered some Thai food from a new place, and it was really good. I will definitely order from them again. It's like a local family business. And then I bought season tickets for my sister and I to a local theater company. And I'm really excited for us to go see some shows together because theater is something like we love to watch together and just in general. And I'm excited. They posted the list of the shows. So we got the 4 pass so we can watch 4 shows. So kind of narrowing down our list, but I'm excited to have somebody to go see shows with because none of my friends want to go see any musicals or plays or anything. So it's nice to have somebody who will do dorky, fun stuff with. So I just used a Pumpkin Paper Co. little, that's perfect for this. Super cute, but her shop is no longer around, so I will not link it down below. And then I'm just adding a little bit more foil to the spread. I like to do this at the very end because I don't like to overload my spreads with foil. And if the spread's already basically finished, I can just see where there's some white space where I can add a few things and it's not too much. I like to find a good balance, and I found it here with this spread. Here is the finished spread. This turned out so pretty. I wasn't sure about the colors at first, but once the whole spread's like down, oh, I love it. It's very soft, and I like the like nautical theme. It's very pretty. Oh, and the foil. I love a foiled spread these days. I don't do it as often as I probably should or want to, but man, they're always so gorgeous. I hope that you enjoyed this spread. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Hit that notification bell if you want to be notified when I upload, and I will see you next time. Bye!